Isn't it strange how life keeps moving even when we feel stuck? How the clock doesn't pause for heartbreak, nor does the sun dim itself when our world darkens. Everything continues, except us. Isn't it strange how we learn the hardest truths? In the quiet moments when nobody is watching, when the world sleeps, and our thoughts grow loud enough to drown us. That's when we discover what hurts, what we miss, and what we never said out loud. Isn't it strange how people who were once our safest place become strangers with familiar eyes? How someone's voice once felt like home, and now it sounds like a foreign language, spoken from across an emotional ocean. Isn't it strange that the memories that made us smile can ache so deeply now? A song, a place, a scent. Suddenly they become reminders of something we can't touch anymore. Isn't it strange how strength is born, not in applause, but in silent battles fought behind closed doors, in tears wiped quickly, in shaking hands that still hold on, in hearts that break, and still believe they are capable of love? Isn't it strange that people leave without giving us the closure we deserve? They walk away, continue their lives, while we learn how to breathe without the air they once were. Isn't it strange how healing looks nothing like joy at first? It feels like loneliness, confusion, anger, exhaustion. It feels like trying to rebuild a house with trembling fingers. Isn't it strange how we beg for change, but cling to what hurts us because it's familiar? We pray for better days, but fear losing pieces of ourselves in the process. Isn't it strange that the versions of us we miss, the softer ones, the innocent ones, the trusting ones, had to disappear so that we could survive? Isn't it strange that the same heart that shattered still beats, still hopes, still reaches for light, even in the dark? Isn't it strange that the people who hurt us taught us the most, not because they deserved to, but because pain has a way of shaping us into someone wiser, quieter, more aware? Isn't it strange that one day we wake up and realize we don't hurt the same anymore? The wound doesn't sting like it used to. We grew around it. Isn't it strange that life doesn't ask permission before changing us, but somehow we still find the courage to rise, to love again, to hope again, to trust the journey, even when we don't understand it? Strange, but maybe that's the miracle. We break, we heal, we learn, we become, and somewhere in the process, the pain stops feeling like punishment and starts looking like transformation. Isn't it strange how we survive even the things we thought would end us?